Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M43. It's Tier 8 American SPG, and we're located on the westbourne of Halluf. And the name of the commander is FendaBenda. Now, mark of excellence on the barrel, so expect a good replay. Now, the M43 is actually based on the chassis of an M4. It's got an upgraded suspension system, as you can see. And there was an M43 and an M40, the 155mm armed version of this Arty, that took part during World War II, but only one of each, because they flew them into Europe, they shipped them to Europe to test them out to see if they would work. And the reason they actually built the M43 was, and the M40 for that matter, is because there was a shortage of 155mm guns for the M12s. And the M12 was already in service with the American Army, but they needed to find another replacement for an SPG, and they came up with the idea of mounting a decent 8-inch howitzer on the body or the chassis of an M4. So they had plenty of M4 chassis, but they didn't have that much in the way of 155mm guns. But eventually they did actually produce an M40 with the 155mm gun, just to test it out to see if it would work, and it did. And in fact, actually the chassis was interchangeable. You could actually either mount the 8-inch gun, or you could mount the 155mm gun on it, or the 8-inch howitzer I should say. And there's a poodle there hiding behind the rock, and because FendaBenda has the 8-inch howitzer, he can really damage that poodle with a splash hit. He's aiming there to anticipate where the poodle's going to go. It's going to go up that little rise, and he's going to put the shell into that rise the moment it appears. Oh, big hit! 396 hit points, direct hit on the poodle. He won't have liked that. Now, he's carrying 15 rounds of ammunition. And he's got fairly long reload, so it's going to take him a little while to get another shell into the chamber. He's got several targets to fire at there as soon as he's loaded. In fact, too many for him to deal with all at once. But I think he's going to try and hit as many of those tanks that group together. He's loaded. Going to go for the KV-2 first. Direct hit, 369 hit points. The Jagdpanzer 4's gone down. There's a P43 Tur. On the other side of the rock face, we've got a Progetto and a Lozers M4. That's the Soviet version. Going to try and go for the KV-2 and the P43, I think. No, the KV-2's been killed. So he's only got the P43 on this side of the map, and he's down to 438 hit points. So a near miss will probably be enough to take him out. I think he's going to go for the Lozers then. Or is he? He's still not loaded. Trying to make up his mind which target he wants to go for. Okay, it's going to be the Progetto. It's the logical choice. Unfortunately, we just lost one of our teammates, the KV-85, to that M4A3E2. He fires a snapshot in. Unfortunately, he's going to have to move because the enemy is getting way too close. And if he's not careful, he'll be spotted by the enemy very shortly, and he might receive a counter battery. You can see that AMX-13 F3 nearby. He's found that that firing position is very good for shooting at the enemy, but the enemy is getting rather close for my liking. I think I would have relocated by now. There's the M4. Not loaded yet. 11 seconds to go. This is one of the problems with Arty. You do have to sit and wait, and you can see everything going on, but you're frustrated because you're still waiting for the reload to go through, and until it completes, you're helpless to do anything. Okay, there's the Progetto. Dialing in on the Progetto, work out where he's going to be, put the shell there. Round out, splashes the Progetto to death for 134 hit points. So that's his first kill. The scores are even, 7 kills apiece. The M4A3E2 is on that corner. That's the guy who took out the KB85 on our team. And our BK is taking a bit of damage. We're still 18 seconds away. The M3 just, the AMX-13 F3 just fired at the M4 and stunned him. And he's marked the target, so we know where he's aiming. The Lozers M4 is trying to come up that corner, but we can get a splash kill on him if he gets too close. Oh, he just lost our M10. He just went up with an explosive bang. That was probably an ammo rack. Now, if the Lozers M4 can be tempted to come up that rise, we can kill him. But we can probably... Oh, no, we don't need to worry about the M4. And we get a kill on the Lozers M4. He did come up the rise just enough, but unfortunately we lost our Striv 74 in the process. The scores are still even. 3 Artys each side. In fact, the team makeup is absolutely identical. There's 1 heavy on each side, 1 medium, 1 tank destroyer, and 3 Arty. And that is the enemy medium, or that was the enemy medium. It was an AC, and he's gone down. There's the enemy tank destroyer, T25-2, lining him up for the shot. We are only a few seconds away from being loaded, and the shell from this 8-inch howitzer will wreck that T25. Round out. 462 hit points from 1 shot, but he's going to have to move because that T25 is too close, and unfortunately there's nobody around to protect us. There's an Emil over there, and I'm not sure that Emil can see us because he's too far away, but we can drive in that direction. AMX hits the Emil. So the Emil's actually being spotted by the 88, which is down the dip. And that was around from the M12. We're loaded. The moment that Emil comes into sight, we can put a round in. But we've got to remember about the T25 too. We're now 1 tank down. The enemy's got a heavy, the Emil, and we haven't. The Emil can be tempted to come around the corner. He does. Fires around in. Gets a big hit. 893 hit points. And the AMX-13 F3 shotguns him to take the kill. Beautiful shotgun as well. That Emil overcommitted himself. The 8-inch howitzer stripped the target of its hit points. And just as he would, any other tank would, the AMX-13 F3 then capitalized on that strike and took the kill. Okay, he's going to make his way over to the other side of the map. We're still worrying about that T25 too. We don't know where he's gone. Now, in theory, he should have moved up, but he is a bit of an inexperienced player, so there's always the possibility that he's too cautious and unwilling to come in and have a look for the enemy for fear of getting shot. Oh, it's an ambush! Here he comes. Line him up for a shotgun. And... oh, beautiful shotgun. 266 hit points. Right into his side. He had no chance whatsoever. So he was right to be cautious. There's only 2 enemy remaining. And that FendaBenda went to stop for a second just to go unsighted. There's the enemy AMX-13 F3. He's not loaded. He's got a few seconds before he is loaded. That AMX-13 F3 was crossing the valley. He may have actually been trying to get behind the 88, who's made his way up onto the top now. And if that AMX-13 F3 is doing that, he'll come up behind the 88, but he's probably not going to be able to shotgun him in one fell swoop. And that will give FendaBenda the chance to put a round into him. FendaBenda's looking ahead. Okay, there's the Lorraine, the 155-51, but he's in that dip and it's a difficult shot. Fires around in and... oh my god, he got a shot! He got the kill! 243 hit points. He's taken out one of the Arty. We just need to find out where the AMX-13 F3's got to. Our AMX-13 F3 is crossing the valley right now. their AMX-13 has gone unsighted. Now I suspect he's coming up the other rise in C6 behind the 88. Either that or he's gone around and he's approaching from a different angle. But I think he's going to try to go for the reset. I'm pretty sure that FendaBenda's now got the High Calibre as well. He's got 4 kills. He's having a quick look over on the east side. There's the AMX-13 F3. He's in the dip. It's been spotted by our AMX-13 F3. It's going for the shotgun. Line him up and... oh, he got another shotgun! 270 hit points, wins the game. Oh my god, what a good shot that was. Excellent aiming, beautifully done. And that's it, the game's over. Let's have a look at the end of the battle. Oh my god, look at that. It's a first class tanker for FendaBenda in the M40, M43. He picked up a Reaper because he killed the last 3 enemies with 1 shot apiece. That was the T25-2 right in the side, the Lorraine 155-51 over that dip, and lastly the AMX-13 F3 with a shotgun at fairly long range. A beautifully taken shotgun. So picks up a Reaper medal for consecutive kills. And he got a fighter badge because he managed to get at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 5 in total on this battle. And a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, critical incapacitations or module damage. He got 17 in that battle. 4 off the KV-2R. And lastly, he picked up the High Calibre. He did the most damage of all in the battle. So let's have a look at team scores. Top of the table, 3,098 hit points of damage. Top of the table, 5 kills. And he wasn't top of the table when it came to base XP. Unfortunately, the AMX-13 F3, who played exceptionally well and did get a Confederate medal, and congratulations for that. He was bold enough to go into the dip and look for the enemy. He found the enemy AMX-13 F3 and then allowed FendaBenda to take him out. And lastly, he managed to pick up 1,013 XP for that, whilst the MX-13 F3 managed to pick up 1,089. So, detail report. He fired only 11 rounds during that battle. He got 6 direct hits, 6 penetration, 4 splash. Damage of 3,098 hit points, of which 2,562 were at more than 300 meters. He hit 8 of the enemy, but killed 5 of them. And he did stun assistance of 386 hit points off 5 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 26,375 credits, which is very high for standard, but then it was a high value performance by FendaBenda. And after ammunition resupply, and remember the 8-inch caliber ammo is very, very expensive, he had only 5,805 credits to take away, but he did pick up a bond for getting the High Calibre, and he also picked up 1,013 XP, and there was no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. But it was a beautiful game, and it was beautiful for really the way that he got that Reaper towards the end, as well as those 2 magnificent shotguns. The one that he took right into the side of that T25-2, and lastly that one on the AMX-13 F3, which was an incredible shotgun at long range. And I think I would have been tempted to go to Arty view, Battle Assistant, and try and take out that AMX on the move, because it does move quite quick, that Arty. But no, he held his cool. He aimed beautifully and took it out with an 8-inch shell. And the win 8 for that battle was 4640. That's Super Unicum status and level of performance. So congratulations, FendaBenda. Great battle. If you like this battle, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.